Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've got a couple of things to share with you today. The main thing being my recommendations for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. It kicks off tomorrow, September 2nd for the fall of 2018. And a lot of the products that are included this time around I have tried before. So I wanted to let you know what I recommend, what I think is probably not worth your money even at the sale price, and then also a few thoughts on what I personally might be interested in picking up. I also had a couple quick little updates for you guys, so if you don't feel like listening to me ramble for the next couple of minutes, I will leave a timestamp for you in the description box of this video if you'd like to skip ahead right to the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. But yeah, there were just a couple of quick little things I wanted to get your feedback on or let you guys know about. And as always, before I get into any of that, I do want to say hello and welcome to any of you who are new here to my channel. If you've recently subscribed, thank you, you're awesome. I hope you will stick around and come back for more of my videos in the future, or if you're not subscribed and you want to stay in the loop, click the button before you go, and that way I'll be added to your subscription feed. You can also hit the little bell if you want notifications when my videos go live. I don't have a set posting time, but I do try to upload videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So the first little update or thing I wanted to tell you guys about was, so I did apparently successfully sign up for BoxyLuxe this morning, but it was a production. It took literally like an hour of my life of refreshing the website and resubmitting because there were so many people trying to access the BoxyCharm website to upgrade that it was continually crashing for over an hour. So if you don't know, basically BoxyCharm is a monthly subscription and they are rolling out an upgrade to their existing service where once a quarter, instead of getting your regular box, you can get like the BoxyLuxe box, which is $50. They basically add like an extra fee for BoxyLuxe just in that month. So it makes the total cost $50 instead of $21, but you get over $300 worth of product instead of over $100 worth of product. So it's a little like FabFitFun, but instead of being also fashion and fitness and lifestyle, it's just straight up makeup, skincare, and like bath and body stuff. So I was curious to try it out, so maybe I could review it for you guys, see kind of what the whole deal was. So I was able to sign up for that. If you're interested in seeing an unboxing of BoxyLuxe when I do get my first one, which should be theoretically later this month, let me know in the comments down below if that would be something you'd be interested in seeing or learning more about. And then the other thing I wanted to let you guys know about, so on Tuesday of this week, I posted a video. I basically revamped my monthly favorites. So now I'm going to do a monthly beauty report where I share updates of products I've been testing, also my favorites and fails. So it's kind of like a monthly wrap up of everything I've tried in beauty to kind of give you my final thoughts on those products. And in the video I posted for August, I talked about Wander Beauty's mascara and that I didn't think it was a bad product, but I just didn't really feel like it worked for me. It made my lashes more natural looking than I would prefer. And the brand, like the next day, reached out to me and they just kind of suggested some tips and tricks of some different ways I could try applying it to maybe get a different result. And they asked if I'd be interested in trying more of their products. And I just wanted to throw it out there that I thought that was really professional and respectable of them to do. I am not a big YouTuber, so they could have just ignored me, or they could have been more upset with me for not saying like, or like gushing with a positive review on their product. But the fact that they were willing to like reach out because they stand behind what they believe in and wanted to see if they could help me make it work, I thought that was awesome. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to try that mascara out a little bit more, and if I have different thoughts or feelings about it, I will certainly keep you guys updated. Obviously, if I don't like a product, I don't like a product. Being honest is to me the most important thing. I just thought that was really cool that they would reach out and, not be upset about it and just try to kind of like make things work and build a connection. So just throwing that out there. Thanks, Wander. I think that was really, really nice. And with all the drama that's happening in the beauty community today, anyone conducting themselves really professionally and honestly, I think is something we should support and tip our hats to, because we need to see more of that. So now that I've said all of that, why don't we jump into the reason you are probably here, which is to talk about the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. So if you're relatively new to this community or you haven't shopped this sale before. It lasts for 21 days or 3 weeks. It starts on a Sunday, it ends on a Saturday, and every single day of the sale, there are usually a few select items available for purchase at 50% off. They are in limited quantities, so if you want them, you probably should jump on them ASAP because they do sell out. Obviously, there is more stock online than there are in the physical stores, and there are also some deals that you can only get online. So as we go through the sale, I will try to point out what are the things you can get in store or online, what can you only get online, and then also there are a few deals throughout the sale that are called platinum perks. Basically, you have to be a platinum or a diamond member in order to get those deals. So if any of those are included in this, I will also point that out as well. There are also usually things called hot deals throughout the sale. So these are not day specific offers. They're through the whole 3 weeks. There are certain discounts on particular products or brands that you can shop. Like usually it's not as good of a discount. It's usually like maybe 30 or 40% off certain products. So we will review the hot deals or hot buys or whatever the heck they're called at the end, but we're gonna start out with the daily deals first. So let's start with tomorrow, September 2nd, first day of the sale. There are actually quite a few really exciting things that are available for 50% off. The first one is the Too Faced Hangover RX replenishing face primer. This is something I personally have used and have really enjoyed. It's going to be only $17 instead of $34 as it normally is, which is really pretty nice. So this is basically a hydrating face primer. It's infused with coconut water, so it smells like coconuts, but not too much like shredded coconut or like an artificial coconut smell. It's a little bit more lightweight, which I actually really like. And while I have oily skin, so it might not make a lot of sense to think why would I want a hydrating primer, I actually would use this instead of a moisturizer in the morning because it is really lightweight. It preps my skin really nicely for makeup. It doesn't feel greasy at all, and it's not too slippery and silicone-y. It doesn't feel thick or heavy on the skin. So I actually have found it to work really nicely. It gives me all the hydration and like the skin prep that I want without having to put too many products on my skin, because sometimes layering a primer and a moisturizer when you have oily skin and a foundation and concealer and all those layers, I feel like they just make my skin crank out oil even more. So I kind of like to minimize that, and this particular product is awesome for that use. Then there are also a couple products from Peter Thomas Roth that are going to be 50% off: the Water Drench Cleanser and the Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Serum. Now I have not tried either of these products, but I have tried the Water Drench Moisturizer from Peter Thomas Roth, and it's really nice. It's like a gel cream kind of texture. Again, very lightweight, really sinks into the skin. It's great for if you have oily skin because it's not too heavy or thick or greasy. Wears nicely under makeup. So I could see in particular the serum being interesting to me. I have a lot of face washes, and I honestly feel like cleanser is one of those things that I don't really feel I need to spend a lot of money on. It's not sitting on your skin for a long time, and there are a lot of really great cleanser options at the drugstore. But serums and moisturizers, things that are sitting on my skin all day, I don't mind spending a little bit more. I think the serum is going to be $32.50. It normally retails for $65, and the cleanser is going to be $14, normally $28. So if you're interested in either of those, I do think that Water Drench cloud line from Peter Thomas Roth is pretty nice. And then the last thing for tomorrow, this personally doesn't interest me, but I think a lot of people will be into this. So Lime Crime's Venus eyeshadow palettes are going to be 50% off, but it's online only because Lime Crime is not sold in Sephora stores. So these are little 8-pan palettes. They're very colorful. So if you have wanted to pick one of those up, they're only going to be $19 instead of $38. So the next day after that, which is September 3rd, which is Monday, Labor Day, the Stila Smudge Stick waterproof eyeliners are going to be half off. So they're only $11 instead of $22. And this is one of those OG products that nobody really talks about anymore, but they're great. They just haven't been promoted because they launched I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago probably at least. And these are just your standard retractable automatic eyeliners. They are very creamy, very pigmented, they're smooth, and they're very long wearing. They're great in the waterline. I really like them, and they come in some cool colors. So if you are in need of an eyeliner, I think at the sale price, these are totally worth picking up. On September 4th, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid Highlighters are going to be 50% off. So they're only going to be $20.50 instead of $41. Now, I personally am obsessed with the pressed powder version of these highlighters. I don't really use liquid highlighters that often, but I know the formula of these is pretty solid. So if you like a cream or liquid highlight and you've been wanting to try these out, but because they're so expensive you haven't, now you'll be able to get them at a discount, which I think is great. I personally love the shade Opal for more medium complexions, and I think Moonstone is beautiful for more like light medium to paler complexions. Also, Champagne Pop is beautiful if you like a more peachy kind of gold color. On the 5th, we've got another couple of exciting things. The Benefit Hoola and Hoola Light bronzers are gonna be 50% off, so only 15 bucks instead of 30. And Hoola, again, is a product I haven't used in a long time, but that was probably the first bronzer I ever really like bought for myself and used a ton. I really loved it in the summertime for me when I had a little bit more of a tan, because the original Hoola is a little bit deeper. That's why I think they brought out the Hoola Light. So if you have very fair skin, the Hoola Light may work better for you. But it is really a great matte bronzer. Again, an OG product that a lot of people don't talk about as much anymore, but you kind of can't go wrong with it. Something else that day, I personally probably won't pick up, but I think people might be interested in. Kopari is now being carried at Ulta, and they have an exclusive product. It's only going to be available online. It's their Save Face Oil. It's going to be $22 instead of $44. I have a feeling that this is like, you know, an all-over oil. You can use it on your face, you can use it in your hair, but basically it's kind of like one of those wonder type products. Anywhere you want to add some hydration, or even if you want to like remove makeup, it can kind of do it all. So if you've been wanting to check out Kopari, this may be a great time to do that. Now on September 6th, there are a couple products I wanted to talk about. The first one are the Tarteist Quick Dry Matte Lip Paints. Those are only going to be at 10 bucks. I personally don't love the Tarte lip paints. Now that I've tried so many different liquid lipstick formulas, I find that one to be, while very long wearing, very drying on the lips. And the shade range, you know, it's relatively large, but there are a lot more like nudes and kind of more cool undertones, and I just haven't been like super into it. So if you wanted to try it, I think 10 bucks is a great price. I just think as far as liquid lipsticks go that they're really not the best. And actually, let me know in the comments. I've been thinking about doing a like liquid lipstick showdown type video where I go do like an overview of all the liquid lipsticks I've tried and kind of showing like which ones are the most long wearing, which ones are the most comfortable, to like give you guys an overview if you're trying to shop of like how to navigate the massive world of liquid lipsticks. So yeah, leave me a comment, let me know if that interests you. The other thing from that day that I am interested in potentially is the Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser. So Beauty Blender, again, is something new that's now available at Ulta that didn't used to be. And the Solid Cleanser is only going to be $8 instead of $16. And I have had like a little sample of that before, and I actually really liked it. I thought it did a great job of breaking down makeup, especially foundation, which can sometimes be really difficult to get out of makeup sponges especially. And the regular price is pretty expensive for a freaking cleanser, so at 50% off, it may be worthwhile to get. The only thing for me personally, I just picked up a couple of the Japanesque goat milk solid cleansers because they were, I think they're clearancing them out. They were only $5. They're normally 20 bucks, so I bought 2. So I don't really need a solid brush cleanser right now, but honestly, it's something that I know is not gonna really like expire. So maybe I'll just pick one of these up because I do try to wash my brushes with fairly like regular use. So I try to do it like once a week if I'm wearing makeup every day so they don't get junked up. So I know brush cleanser is something that I'm gonna go through eventually. Then on September 7th, we've got an exciting one. The Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara is only gonna be $12.50 for the full size instead of $25. And this is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, high-end mascara right now. This was so good. It makes your lashes like so dramatic, so voluminous, so gorgeous. It doesn't flake or smudge, and I found that the actual tube of mascara lasted me so long in terms of like it didn't get off or smell weird or get like clumpy after a month or two. I had that for a solid 6 months, and I only threw it away because I know that you're not supposed to keep mascara for longer than 3 months, but the consistency hadn't even changed by that point, which really impressed me because like the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal, I love that one, but I find it really dries out pretty quickly. So after like 2 months, it's not the same. So for a high-end mascara, if you're gonna spend the money, I think the Monsieur Big is totally worth it, and at $12.50, that's kind of like a no-brainer to me. Then on September 8th, I think there are gonna be some things that a lot of people are gonna be really pumped about this day. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer Pencil is only gonna be $11.50. This is the more like triangularly tipped one, the one that has a slightly thicker tip than the Brow Wiz, which is like the microfine pencil. So if you're someone that has slightly bigger eyebrows and doesn't want something super precise because they wanna just be able to fill their brows in more quickly, the Brow Definer is probably gonna be right up your alley. That's a great price. I think there are a lot of cheaper alternatives now to Anastasia's brow pencils. They really like pioneered the field and like built up a lot of hype in the brow game, but now everybody has a lot of really great dupes. So full price, I probably honestly wouldn't be buying this, but for half off, for the same as what it would cost for me to buy a drugstore product, not too bad, might actually be worth getting. Now, I personally am not super big into Philosophy, but their Purity Made Simple Pore Extractor Exfoliating Clay Mask I've heard is supposed to be amazing if you have large pores, blackheads, and any kind of like oiliness. It's supposed to really help to suck all the gunk out of your pores, which is something that does intrigue me. And that mask that this particular day is only gonna be $17.50. So I actually may get this. It's one of the few things that is on my radar because it might actually be really helpful in my beauty routine. And then the last thing on the 8th you guys may want to keep an eye out for are the Ofra highlighters. They're going to be 50% off, but this is an online only deal. Again, Ofra is not typically sold in Sephora's brick and mortar stores. Now it does say select highlighters. I'm gonna guess the newest Nikki Tutorials collabs are not gonna be included in this, but probably all of their standard shades will be. I personally love Rodeo Drive and Blissful. I think Blissful is nice on medium or like tan complexions because it's a little bit deeper. It's more of like a true rose gold, but Rodeo Drive is more of like a golden champagne. So beautiful. Also, Pillow Talk is more of like a lighter color. If you're very fair, that would probably look beautiful on you. So those would be the three I would say I recommend the most if you're looking to try out their formula. But yeah, they're only gonna be between $14.50 or $16 depending on the particular shade that you pick up. Some are a little bit more expensive, but the formula on those Ofra highlighters is very, very creamy and very blinding. It's an intense highlight. So if you wanna like glow to the gods and you've never tried the Ofra highlighters, they are really, really stunning. Then we move into the second week. And the first day that I see something that I personally am like actually kind of interested in or think is worth putting an eye out for are the Flesh Beauty Highlighters on September 10th, which I believe will be Monday. So they're gonna be, all their highlighters are gonna be 50% off. So they have like a stick highlighter, a powder highlighter, and then like these like dewdrops. And I've seen, I think Samantha Ravindal, I saw her video. I saw another one, was it Jamie Page? Was it Mariah Leonard? I honestly don't remember at this point who I saw because I've watched so many YouTube videos. But when I remember when Flesh first launched, the highlighters were across the board probably the most recommended products from their collection, and then the lip products second. So I don't own any of the Flesh Beauty highlighters at this point, but I think I would be curious in trying their powder highlighter, especially at half off. Like, why not? You know, it seems like it's supposed to be really, really beautiful and give you like a really healthy glow that's not too shimmery or too metallic. So if you want to check that out, that will be available on the 10th, but it is online only, so you won't be able to get that one in your Ulta stores. Then on September 13th, the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer is only going to be $19.50 for the full size. It's regularly $39. And honestly, this is the only Smashbox primer I like. The original Photo Finish, I'm not a fan of. It's like too slippery and silicone-y. I just don't dig it. I feel like it makes my makeup cake up and slide around throughout the day. Like, it starts out all right, but then as the day goes on, I find it just makes my makeup look crazy. But the pore minimizing one, which is the one on sale, it reminds me a lot of the Benefit Professional, but a little bit smoother. It's not quite as sticky. It's more similar, I feel like, to the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. They have like the smoothing primer. I feel like those are much more similar. So I actually really like this. I have so much primer right now. I feel a little like guilty. Like if I was to pick this up, I feel like I would not use it right away because I have so many other things I'm trying to go through, but I do think it's a great product. Also on the 13th, select velour lashes, and I probably like their glue are gonna be on sale for half off. And yes, velour lashes are mink, so if you're cruelty free and or you have an issue with mink lashes, you're gonna wanna steer clear of velour, but having tried their lashes before, I can say that they are really great. The quality is amazing. They hold up really well. You're able to use them a lot of times. I have the see-through lashes from Velour and I love them. I've worn them so much recently. So I definitely would recommend them if you're okay with purchasing mink lashes. If you're not, that's totally cool. But it is just something to know. It's an online only deal. And I think at the sale price, they are a total steal. The next day, which is the 14th, pretty much everything that's on sale that day is pretty awesome. The Dermalogica Special Cleansing Gel is 19 instead of 38. I actually just got this sent to me from the brand and I've been trying it out. And I do think it's really nice, especially when you pair it with a cleansing oil of some kind, because it's not the best at makeup removal. It's a very gentle cleanser, but if you go in with like an oil cleanser and get your makeup off first and then want just like a second cleanse to really get all that residual oil and makeup off of your skin, it's really nice. It doesn't have any soap in it, so it's gentle. It's meant to not irritate your skin, and it is really expensive. Again, I don't think it's worth it to spend a lot of money on cleansers, but for $19, I don't think that's a bad price. Last that day, you can get the Dose of Colors Matte Liquid Lipsticks for only $9. They have done this a few times in the past since they started carrying Dose of Colors at Ulta, and so many people rave about this formula. I've only ever tried one shade and I liked it, but I think the color wasn't my favorite, so I probably don't wear them as often because I don't have other shades. Maybe I would pick up another one just to have a shade I like more, to really be more inclined to like want to test the formula out. But it is nice. It's very opaque, more thin kind of liquidy formula that dries down, but it's not too overly drying on the lips. So if you want to check out Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, if that has been on your to try list for a while, you can't beat $9. And then in the last week, which starts on September 16th, that first day, there are going to be, again, a couple things I think some people are going to be really into. The Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette's going to be half off, although that honestly I've seen discounted a lot lately. I'm wondering if Too Faced is planning on retiring all of their own old palettes and like revamping them or something like that. I'm very like dubious about what is going on there, but if you've always wanted to try the chocolate bar palette, it's supposedly a very like beginner friendly neutral palette. I've never actually owned it, but I know that it's got like cult status in the beauty community, so for less than 25 bucks, that's really not bad for an eyeshadow palette, period. Also this day, there is a platinum perk. This one is online only, but you can get the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil for only 12 bucks. This one's very similar to the ABH Brow Definer. They both have that like kind of triangular tip, but I know some people are like ride or die for Benefit, so if Goof Proof is one of those things that you use a lot and you love, you might as well stock up while it's half off because that is a pretty good price. On the 17th, the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector is going to be half off. I have used this one in the past and I haven't repurchased it recently because I've kind of been wanting to try out other primers. But if you have extremely oily skin, this is probably the most mattifying primer I have ever tried. You just don't want to put it all over your face. You will regret putting it all over your face. It's very sticky. It does eventually dry down to like a completely matte finish, but if you get that stuff in your eyebrows, oh my god, it is a nightmare. So you just want to take a very little bit, just press it right around wherever you have pores, and it like dries down to a very matte powdery finish that will help to control oil throughout the day. So $19 instead of $38 is definitely more worth like trying out if you're not sure you're gonna love it and you don't want to like spend almost $40 on a primer. I think it's much more reasonable. A little goes a long way. It'll last you forever. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I don't really want to restock, but I know I've tried it, so I just wanted to let you guys know what my experience had been in case you were curious. On the 20th, you do have the Cover FX Custom Enhancing and Custom Glitter Drops that are gonna be half off, which are really popular, especially the enhancing drops, which are kind of like a liquid highlighter. Those are going to be anywhere from $21 to $22. The glitter drops, I never really understood because it's essentially like a very glittery, shimmery liquid. Like it's too glittery to be a highlight, but it's not like a glitter that you would use as like a topper on your eyes. So Don't really understand those, but if it's something you've been curious about, that definitely makes it more affordable than spending like over $40 on that kind of product. There's also an online only deal for IT Cosmetics, or well, the IT Cosmetics for Ulta brushes on the 20th. The Airbrush Buffing Foundation brush number 110 is going to be only $12. Regularly it's $24. This is a flat top kabuki like foundation brush. And I will say the IT brushes in general are incredible. They are super soft, very, very long lasting, like they hold up really well to washing. I have a set that I got that was like a holiday release from years ago, and I still use those brushes every single week, and I've washed them so many times and they're just as good as new. So I am sure, like, if you are looking for a really nice high quality foundation brush, this is one you're not gonna go wrong with. And then the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys in terms of daily deals is on the very last day of the sale. This is September 22nd. The Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray is going to be 50% off. Normally the full size retails for $32. It's gonna be on sale for $16. And guys, I have to say, the All Nighter is the best setting spray that I've tried. If you want like makeup longevity, if that's what you're doing it for, to actually lock your makeup in, nothing really beats All Nighter, and I've tried a lot of setting sprays. So that is everything that I wanted to talk about for the individual daily deals. Let's chat a little bit about the hot buys, which are deals that are available through the entire 3-week duration of the sale. So the first thing is the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. Does this surprise me? No, not at all. This is only gonna be $23. It's normally $39, and for a brand new foundation to be discounted this quickly kind of goes a lot to say about how that whole launch went and the backlash that Tarte got for having a terrible shade range, and the controversy around the fact that the hydrating version was just a repackaged version of another foundation that they already made, and it was a hot mess. I'm not really surprised to see this here. I have absolutely zero interest in picking up the Shape Tape Foundation as much as I love the concealer. The Tarte Tartist Pro Glow Highlight and Contour Palette is only going to be $27. It is regularly $45. I do have this product. I actually got it in my FabFitFun box last season, and I actually really like this. I think the quality of the products in that palette are really nice. The contour shade is gorgeous. The cream contour in that is quite dark, but if you use it sparingly on lighter skin, it can work really beautifully. And the highlights are very blinding. Again, they're a little more they're a little bit metallic, like a little glittery, so they're maybe not my favorite highlights I've ever used, but they still can be really pretty on the skin. And the whole palette smells like vanilla, which is delicious. So for the sale price, I think it's decent. If this is something you've always wanted, just a great thing to have on your radar. Also, the Dose of Colors lip glosses are going to only be $10, so not quite as good of a discount as the liquid lipsticks, but I have also heard pretty good things about the glosses. I've never tried them. I am kind of curious. So that is something I definitely may be interested in getting. It doesn't say that it is online only, which is interesting. I haven't seen Dose of Colors in physical stores very much, but maybe they are starting to carry them in the actual physical stores now, which is pretty awesome. The Pure Pro eyelashes are going to be on sale. They're going to be up to 50% off depending on the style. So you're going to be able to pick these up for anywhere from $4 to $8, which is crazy. I know Samantha March loves these lashes, so I'm pretty sure she's probably gonna go stock up on her Diva lashes right now, or whichever style that she likes. I've tried Bombshell. I got them in a BoxyCharm a long time ago, and they were pretty nice. So if I didn't have 800 pairs of false eyelashes right now, well, maybe, okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But I have a lot of fake eyelashes right now, and I don't wear them every single day, so I don't really need to get these, but I think that that price is really awesome. And then honestly, there is a bunch of skincare included in this hot buy section. I'm not gonna go into all of it. A lot of it is stuff I haven't tried. I also have more skincare than I know what to do with, so I'm probably not gonna pick any of this up. But I will say there's this brand called Little Barn Apothecary. I did see it displayed in my local Ulta store, which was awesome. They're a more natural indie brand. I think it's really cool that they're at Ulta, and I've always wanted to try them. I don't know what it is. Something about their aesthetic has me really curious. So their charcoal and aloe face cleanser is going to be 40% off. It's only $15, normally priced at $25. This is an online only deal, and like part of me kind of wants it. I don't need it because again, I have so much face wash, but I really want to support this brand. I really kind of want to learn what they're about. So I was really excited just to see that they were going to be included in the sale this time around. So I think that is it for today's video. I feel like I've been talking for like an hour. I don't think it's been that long, but it certainly feels that way. My husband just picked us up Chipotle to eat for lunch, and I am like really excited about that right now. I'm gonna chow down as soon as I get done filming. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope it was helpful to hear a little bit more about these products. Hopefully it will help you to make a more informed purchase when it comes to actually sitting down and choosing what you want to buy from this sale, if you want to pick anything up at all. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited about. Are you going to shop this sale? Are you going to pass over it? What do you think are like the best deals? Are there brands also? Like, what would you love to see? This is actually like a great video topic. What would you love to see included in the 21 Days of Beauty sale? Like, what product have they done in the past? Maybe you want them to bring back, or like has never been included and you think would be really great. Just let me know. I love chatting with you guys. Post all your thoughts, share your random ramblings with me in the comment section down below. And if you like these more chatty, kind of like deal-oriented videos, make sure you give this one a thumbs up. I always really appreciate all your feedback. And again, if you're not subscribed and you want to see my lovely face, again, sometime in the future, make sure you click that button so you won't miss out on my future uploads. So yeah, I'm gonna get to that Mexican food because my stomach right now is rumbling. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.